What's up, YouTube? Luke the window cleaner. I am here at a quote for a construction cleanup. They've replaced all of the windows and they've got new windows here. So let's get a count of the windows. So when I count a double hung, I count it as one window, and then of course I will itemize out the screens and the sills. Oh, hi, buddy. Hi. And of course, it's always up to you. You know, you could charge if you want to charge per pane, then definitely count those as two. I just count them as one. It's just how we do things. I just don't ever find it takes that much more time to clean a double hung than just a standard window. I don't know, so that's just how we price it out. As soon as I get to some windows without screens, I'm gonna touch the windows and just kind of like inspect them as closely as possible just to see what kind of debris is on them. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, the storm door here, let's see here, it's got some paint on it. It's coming off with my, I don't know if you can see, it's coming off with the paint's coming off with my finger, so it's not very bad. But I'll count that storm door here. Okay. Now, like the sliding glass door there, that's 2 windows definitely. Let's take a look at it. When you're looking at construction cleanups, you should always take a really good look. I don't know if you can see, but there's some splatter on here, little bits of paint. So oops, I'll go this way. And we get asked a lot, how do you get construction cleanups? How do you work with builders? If you're new, I really suggest you just don't. There's a lot of liability involved, and if you're really new to window cleaning, there's a good chance you're going to end up scratching windows and you're not going to know how to clean them correctly. So you could just run into a lot of headaches here, and I always suggest guys just don't mess with construction cleanups until at least you can efficiently clean glass. Let's see here, I'm just going to count 1, 2, 3. So that's three windows there. 1 sill, oh I'm sorry, 2 sills, 2 screens. Now let's get up close. So I don't know, that's not going to show up in the camera. That's not going to show up in the video, but so why you want to get up close and touch and feel the windows, there's paint over spray that if you're not getting really close you won't see. So you need to take this in consideration when you're charging for the construction cleanup. Here's some silicone that's on the window. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think there's 1 window back over here. There's 2. All right, so I thought I would actually show you what our CRM software looks like. We're going to send this estimate on over to that customer. Well, we're going to mock it up. So I'm not going to put in the customer's real information on the price of that home. We're going to mock it up, but I'm going to show you. We get a lot of questions about what software we use for our scheduling, invoicing, credit card processing, estimates, all of that, and we use HouseCall Pro. Now, this is a dummy account here, so this is none of my actual numbers or information or anything like that, just to kind of give you a heads up. But you see, this is the actual dashboard of HouseCall Pro, and it does a lot of really cool things. We're not going to touch base on everything. Specifically, we're going to go over the quote here and how you send estimates through HouseCall, but I'm going to quickly just run you through a few things that I find very useful. You have a quick glance here of open estimates, invoices that are due, invoices that are paid. What else do we have here? Oh, time tracking. I think this is really useful. We like limiting the software that we use in our company We try to keep it down, we try to keep it to where we're using as few softwares as possible. So anyways, for the employees, HouseCall is kind of a one-stop shop for them. This is where they do all of their invoicing and everything, and they can also clock in and out, which is really nice. Sales leaderboard, jobs by tags. This is kind of tracking your ROI. So it's really nice glance. And then I have some custom reports that I've created. The custom reports I have are sales projections and things of that sort. Quick glance here at today's stats, your earned money, collected, jobs completed. It's all very useful, and this is kind of just gives you a quick snapshot of your company every time you log in. So anyways, excuse me. Let's get on with it, and let's do a quote. So first thing you do is go up here to New, and we're going to do a new estimate. And then we're going to have to put in the customer's information. So we're going to do a new customer. If this was a quote for an existing customer, you would just type in the customer's name here, and HouseCall would pull that up. So let's do a new customer. First name will be Jane Smith. And this is cool too, because if this was a commercial estimate, let's just say it is for a real estate company, the real estate company's name is for you, whatever. So For You Real Estate Company. And so you could put in the real estate company name here, job title, just agent. Look at my typing skills today. Her phone number, and an email address, and you get the idea. So we'll just put in, look at all my information coming up there. Whatever, put in an email address. And then this is a cool thing about the address. Let's do, when you start typing in the address, it looks, HouseCall uses Google Maps. So you just type in the first part of it, and it pulls up the rest of the address for you. And the really cool part about this too, I'll show you in a second, is going to show us what the home looks like. It pulls that as well from Google. You can make private notes here to yourself. This section here, this customer bills to, that's for billing to parent accounts. So for example, if I have, say, 10 restaurants, but all of those restaurants need to have one invoice that goes to, say, accounts payable, I would have all of those 10 restaurants billed to, say, Jane Smith Corporation. And at the end of the month, when that goes over to them, it just comes as one nice invoice instead of 100 little ones. Customer tags is very, 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 very useful. So I haven't created tags in this dummy account here, but I would tag this as residential. And you could put a bunch of tags. You could put residential. You could tag it by the zip code. You could tag it by construction cleanup. You could tag it for the real estate company for you. You could start, if you're running MailChimp too, you could start doing a bunch of tags so this person gets emails throughout the year. Anyways, this is a very, very, very useful thing. Oh, you can also track your return on investment, as we saw earlier. So this is very helpful. Now, receive notifications. I usually always leave that check marked for all residential and commercial clients. You can set up your notifications to where they will get a notification 24 hours before the job is to be done, just to confirm that we're still on. And then you can also set up, say, like little thank you kind of campaigns after it's been serviced as well. So I find this to be very, very useful. So we'll create the customer. And then here they give us a little, this is through Google, and it looks like Zillow is what it looks like it uses, but it tells you the price of the home and square footage of the home, which is actually pretty useful, especially for like gutter cleanings if you guys are quoting homes by square footage. And guys, this is not the address of the home. This is just something I slapped in here, okay? So anyways, we found that really useful. You can even click on this and look around the home a little bit. So let's go over to our line items. Typically, you would have line items already programmed in. I don't think mine are. Let's see. So when you first start typing, so I'm using the presets here of what they have. Let's just see if we can pick one. I don't have one in here. So you would preset your line items, and you can put line item descriptions in there as well. I typically have one that says I have four really. It's gutter cleaning, residential, commercial, and storefronts is how we track all of our sales. And by the way, HouseCall is integrated with QuickBooks Pro. It's integrated with QuickBooks, so everything I do here is automatically going on over to my QuickBooks as well. And yeah, just type in your price of the home, which would be $1,000, and here's another chance to put in more tags for the estimate. Private notes and attachments. Attachments, this is where I will include my proof of insurance and my W-9, which I send off with all of my quotes. You can either save without scheduling or next, and you're actually going to schedule this estimate. So I would hit next if I was booking this estimate, and save without scheduling is what I would hit if I've already looked at the home and now I just need to send it over. But let's go ahead, just for the sake of it, let's say we're booking the estimate. So let's go to next. It's going to pull us up to our calendar, and forgive me, this is not usually how my calendar is set up, but we're going to go ahead and put it there, confirm, and when I confirm this, it's going to send that customer an email or a text message, whatever notification you have set up, and let them know that we have it booked and we're going to be there at that time to quote the home. So let's save it. Okay, so here's our quote, and now we can attach again, you would attach your proof of insurance and your W-9, and then we send it over to them. Okay, so that's it, and now you can send it over to them. You can type in a nice little message when you send it over to them, any specifics that you saw or anything that you want to include in it. And so we're going to wait for them to approve it. The customer, once they get it, they can approve it or decline it, and you'll get a notification letting you know that they've approved or declined. So let's say I approve the estimate. She calls me, she doesn't even reply to this, and just says it's approved. So we'll confirm it. And then this is the great thing. So this is what saves you a lot of double data entry. So since it's been approved, all I have to do now is click copy to job, and I'm going to copy this to a job. And then we will just pick the date that we want to do it. Let's say we're going to come real early at 6 o'clock in the morning. And let's say this is great too. You can go up here to the reoccurring icon. And let's say we're going to do this construction cleanup every 2 weeks on Monday. Done. So now that job would repeat every 2 weeks on Monday, notify the customer that we've scheduled the job, save, and there you go. The job is scheduled. Everything's good to go. Now, let's say we're headed over to the job. This is very similar to what it looks like on the cell phone. I always hit, like when I'm 20 minutes away or something like that, I'll let the customer know that I'm on my way. I hope this isn't a real phone number. Just notifying this person. So you can tell them that you're on your way, which is really nice. There's a preset little notification that lets them know that you're on your way, or that or it can text them or email them, let them know that you're on your way, and you can adjust that preset too. When you get to the job, you can track your time on the job by hitting start at the job, and that will also notify the customer, and then you can finish the job. But this allows you to track how long it took to do the job, and this notifies the customer when you're finished too. And then you can invoice them straight from here. That invoice can either go through as a text message or an email, and then they can pay. That's it. And it is that simple. So this will save you a ton of time in doing double data entry and all of that. And it records all of this information over in my QuickBooks, which is extremely important to me. So guys, that's it for sending estimates. That's about all we do with HouseCall. If you guys don't have HouseCall and you're interested, oh, and look, this is really cool. So it's now kind of starting to populate some information here for you. Shows me as the sales leader. And it's tracked 100. I've won 100% of my estimates now. Good job. This is sales projections right here. So this is starting to look more like what my dashboard actually looks like. And guys, if you have any other questions about HouseCall, please leave it in the description below. If you have any questions about estimates, leave it in the description below. And I hope this video has helped. All right.